The Micheaux Film Festival is a cinematic celebration established to honor the legacy of Oscar Micheaux, an early 20th century African-American filmmaker who pioneered Black storytelling in Hollywood by challenging racial barriers and empowering communities through his work. And this year, there will be 36 world premieres, more than 100 LA premieres, 15 panels, other special events as well, and screenings, conversations, community at the Culver Theater and surrounding venues. So we're thrilled to be speaking with co-founder Noel Braham for the 7th annual Micheaux Film Festival. It will take place October 23rd through the 26th in Culver City. So great to have you here, Noel. I mean, tell us about your personal experience in the film industry. What led you to be the co-founder of this festival?
Absolutely. So thank you again, Jane, for having me on the show. I'm very excited to be here. We founded the festival back in 2018. I had a chance encounter on one of my film sets with a production assistant of mine who was actually homeless. And that PA was living in a tenant encampment that was 2 blocks away from the apartment complex I just moved out of. And it showed me that more independent artists need a space and a place that they could call home, both literally and also metaphorically speaking. And so we founded the Micheaux Film Festival, number one, to honor Oscar Micheaux, who, as you mentioned, was a prolific filmmaker who from the 1920s to the 1940s produced over 44 feature films. But the number one goal for Micheaux was to bring together polarizing worlds that otherwise would not intersect, and to also build and edify the community by awakening the consciousness and connecting the consciousness to the community and the causes that matter. So since our founding, we've been able to work with companies like Sony Pictures Entertainment, the Oprah Winfrey Network, Panavision, where we've given away over $300,000 in the form of grants. And we're very much so about impact, providing resources, and most of all, a platform that artists and the bigger community could stand on.
So talk about the community. What are the specific things you do to foster that community?
So this year specifically, we've been hosting a slew of monthly events where we're not only giving people the opportunity to network and connect with one another, but we also have worked with one of the largest nonprofit organizations, Covenant House, where we were bringing in executives and leaders to talk about not only their experience within the business, but also how young people can go about applying certain skills to their own edification and growth within the entertainment industry.
Now, this focuses on underrepresented filmmakers. So specifically, who are you looking for? And talk about some of the challenges that those filmmakers face.
Well, the number one challenge that all filmmakers have faced is trying to get the film done in the first place.
Very true.
Right? That is always the number one goal, because so many different moving parts and pieces, no matter who you are and where you're coming from, we all know making the day and getting the film complete is paramount. But specifically with our community, finding the resources, not even just from a financial perspective, but also the education and the knowledge that they need in order to maintain not only a strong set, but also ensure that the productions are operating correctly, that they know how to communicate properly with their department heads, that they understand and the places that they can go about sourcing equipment. So we specifically wanted to create a slate of programming at the festival this year that would give them tangible and insightful knowledge to how they would be able to take those skill sets and apply it to their day-to-day as a creative. One of the campaigns we also recently started was the M²50 campaign. Hollywood is in flux, and there's no secret that the entertainment business is facing a tremendous amount of challenges. But if there's ever a time for us to get behind the independent community, to provide artists, to provide creators, to provide those who have stories that matter and can impact the world, that time is now. So specifically with our M²50 campaign, our goal is to raise over $250,000 so that we can continue to fund and expand our current programming, providing the educational opportunities, the knowledge, the insight, and hopefully as well, potentially financial opportunities to help get the projects funded and the stories that matter out there into the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, some of the things you described are so important, like those details, knowing where to get the equipment, making the contacts, knowing the language. So it's really, important to help people figure out as they navigate the industry. Now, with like hybrid and COVID, has that changed, or have you had to adapt the film festival at all to that?
Well, we in 2020 did move to a hybrid model, and we realized that by being able to not only install physically, but having a global imprint where we're able to reach people not only here in the States across different state lines, but also just around the world, we've been able to really reach a footprint that otherwise we haven't been able to tap into. And so virtual festivals, while sometimes filmmakers kind of shun down on it, it's a great opportunity to get bigger exposure on an even wider platform, especially with Micheaux and what we've been doing in order to promote and get the festival out there.
Yeah. And then what are your goals for the Micheaux Film Festival in the next 5 years?
It's a great question. Like I mentioned, we're taking one step at a time. So number one is to raise over $250,000 through the M²50 campaign. We want to continue to expand and have even longer programming slates. Right now, the festival takes place over the course of 4 days. Our goal is to potentially build the festival to where it can take place over the course of 4 weeks. And another thing that we've been talking about as well is implementing even more unique and interesting programming platforms. So not even just film and television and media, but we would love to enter into the market of fashion, and we would love to enter into the market of music and food, so that it's not even just focused specifically on entertainment, but it's more of a cultural hub when we think about the tenets that bring community together and build it up ultimately.
I think that sounds wonderful. And I'm in New York. I'd maybe look at a city like New York. I think New York could use something like this too. So, Noel, thank you so much. Best of luck with the film festival, and best of luck in the future.
I really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.